So what else you have for us here?
Well, these are some of the projects now. We're going to take a look at.
Oh, we're getting to the good stuff.
Well, now we're getting away from just the entitled ones to some of them that are more mature. A&B has a project at the very far north end of Kihei that we'll take a look at, 600 units. There's also 2 shopping malls that have gone under the radar a bit. These are on what's called light industrial land in North Kihei, where mainland developers have come in and said, we want to put in 2 super big shopping malls. One of them will have over 2,000 parking places. The other will have 1,600 plus parking places.
Is this over by Blackie's pit stop gas station there?
It's just south of that.
Just south of that?
Just south of that.
Yeah, that empty land.
Empty land there that was meant for light industrial, but they feel that the ordinance allows commercial, but rather than putting a little bit of commercial, like a few stores or a restaurant in the middle of an industrial park for the workers and people who live there, they're going to take the whole industrial park over and basically put in this commercial operation. And that means that there'll be no industrial land left, light industrial land, anywhere in South Maui. So they'll have to find that light industrial somewhere else if those shopping centers go in.
So if you're a print shop or something like that, you're not going to be over here in this shopping mall?
If these are really shopping malls, that's all they'll have. There's stores and parking. Now, just give some scale of it. The smaller of these 2 parking lots, the outlet mall has 1,600 parking places. That's twice the size of Costco's parking lot. So
That's a lot of asphalt.
That's a lot of asphalt, a lot of parking.
I can barely walk across Costco's parking lot now.
Right. and the other one is even bigger. And they're both going to be across the street from each other. Then Kihei Research and Technology Park.
And those are, is it
they're already
Honolulu Street? Is it kind of across
Honolulu Street, across from Honolulu Street, Mauka, on the Mauka side. I'll show you a map in a minute.
Okay.
Kihei Research, and now it's called, I guess, the Maui Research and Technology Park. What they're proposing is to really increase the potential for employment there. They want to put 1,200 housing units on the property, 2 million square feet of commercial and industrial space that they want to build there. We also have a new high school that's going to go in. That's site located, and new Kihei police station. So we have these areas in green are ones that are already entitled. The red is this is all proposed.
So green is moving forward in some manner.
And they have they will be probably building in the next few years. The yellow one, they think they have all their entitlements. I would think that they have to do an environmental impact statement. And the South Maui, the Kihei Community Association has asked that an environmental impact statement be done on this property, and hopefully we'll hear soon whether that's going to be done.
Well, that would be nice so people would actually know what was going on.
Right. And that would bring out what the
traffic. There's a lot of people that live across the street from there.
It has major impact because we don't know what that impact is going to be on the traffic. Have that many cars all in one intersection there.
Yeah.
It also what will that do to the stores that already exist on all those mini malls and all the jobs along South Kihei Road?
I just think about how hot it's going to make Kihei.
That's another one.
More asphalt.
So let's take a look at some of these. This is the shopping center. Here's a map that shows this is South Maui. We're looking south towards, the upper part of the map is towards McKenna, down there, Wailea, McKenna. And here are the 2 shopping malls. Now here are the gas stations over here down in the lower part here. Then we got this outlet mall here, and we have this large 2,000 plus parking lot here for a retail mall. Then we'll have the new high school here. Then we have the Research and Tech Park in red here. They're proposing a very large expansion here. And then beyond that, right over here, is the new police station. So all of a sudden, if these things were to all go through, the Mauka side of Pilani Highway would all of a sudden have a lot of generators of traffic. And with no plan to widen that highway, or in fact, in most cases, it's not even possible to widen it. Now, taking a look at these 2 shopping centers here, here's one shopping center. This is now again Mauka on the south side of that Honolulu Street, Mauka going up here, where they plan to put in some big box stores and a number of other things, and an enormous parking lot. And then we take a look at the other shopping mall. This is the outlet mall here, and this on the upper left is what would be on the 2nd floor of that outlet mall. So this is what they're proposing.
These are really big scale things.
1,600. Oh yeah.
Like Honolulu.
This one here is bigger than the Maui Marketplace where Borders used to be.
Yeah. But even that isn't 2-story.
No.
You know?
And over here is where the shopping centers will be. Then here's the high school over here, and here's the R&T Park location over here. And they're proposing to expand that considerably.
Now take me back. Now the R&T Park Do they always plan to have houses up there, or,
No.
or was it supposed to be for more
This was supposed to be
research and more of a campus of research buildings and
That's
things?
exactly what it was. It was supposed to be business where you have all kinds of technology things. Perhaps a campus of some kind of academic institution would be mixed in there.
That'd be nice.
But and I think that still has a potential for happening.
Mm-hmm.
Now the owners of this area want to expand the area in that park, and this is the proposal they're coming out with now, and they're already going to the State Land Use Commission to get this area up here reclassified, and the areas over here reclassified. So they want to considerably, and down here they want to expand considerably the.
So you're saying like part of the land there doesn't have the entitlements that it would need to develop, and
Right.
part does.
Correct, and they'll also be asking for some ability to put in residential units in this otherwise industrial area. So they'll be going first to the state land use, then to the county for community plan changes and zoning.
I've noticed that a number of wells have been drilled in the Kamoli aquifer. Maybe some of them are thought to be servicing.
Well,
these.
water is up short, and I'm
Yeah.
sure they're all prospecting, figuring out where they're going to go. For example, in this new research and technology park, there'd be 400 units here, then another 500 units over here. And they're also hoping that this whole large purple area is largely, expanding job opportunities up here.
Commercial and-
Now they have some good ideas here, and this is a proposal that I think the county will want to look at. The people of South Maui will want to look at as something in the thing. The thing is, though, this was not part of the housing part of it. For example, in some of the expansion was not really all part of the General Plan Advisory Committees or the Planning Commission's proposals.
So the citizen bodies have never really seen this plan. They saw a different plan.
They saw hints of it, but never put down quite so graphically as this is. Here's the location of that R&T park, and they have
Really high up, isn't it?
it goes way up the hill,
Yeah.
far above South Maui. These are the areas they want to get reclassified and rezoned for the various project processes. They also want to have another entrance onto South Maui, onto Pi'ilani Highway over here.
Oh, just what we need.
And they're going to have another entrance. One of the things about this, the police station will be over here on the right.
Yeah.
There'll now be a whole bunch of new entrances from the Mauka side.
How many new traffic signals?
That will be probably, my guess is about 6 or 7.
Okay, so if you're listening, you live in South Maui, one of the ways you might look at what you want is how many new traffic signals do you want on Pi'ilani Highway?
And this is what they're expanding. This is what they have now, 86 acres, 180,000 square feet, employ about 400 people. These are what they want to add to that, so that will eventually end up with 5,700. So this is a 12, 13-fold, 14-fold increase in employment. The number of units, residential units, will go from 0 to 1,200. This is a very large project, which may be suitable, and that's what the people of South Maui really have to ask themselves. Is this the right one for us?
Do you think, just from your experience in planning, that there's a way something like this could bring jobs and have more minimized impact on traffic? Is there ways that they
Yes.
could design it that would be the outcome?
This project has virtue in the sense that they do want to put residential units near where the jobs are going to be, and that would greatly cut down on traffic. It still will mean people have to go out to other facilities, maybe medical facilities or other areas on their day-to-day trips.
At least the market's right down the hill, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things they will have a core area where they'll have some stores and whatever. So it will be a village concept. Not all of the proposed developments will have that. This is where the proposed shopping mall will go here in red, and next to it will be the high school, and over here is where the R&T park is located. And
These
that
are
high
great.
school.
These are great maps. You can really kind of see
And this
things.
is I'm not sure if people in South Maui have seen the picture of what their new high school is going to look like. The buildings will be mainly on the upper part of the campus. They'll have a football and sports fields on the lower part, and down here is Pi'ilani Highway. And again, a road onto Pi'ilani Highway that doesn't exist now. That'll be just one more of those traffic light intersections. Hopefully there'll be a traffic light there to make it safe.
So is the idea there's kind of a green buffer there between the school facilities and the highway down at the bottom?
Yeah, this will be a green belt across here. Here, there'll also be there's a gulch that runs right along the edge of the property
there
on
is.
both sides of it
Yeah.
here, and hopefully, my hope is that retains a real green belt, that it be preserved as a green belt, doesn't get built up too close.
Well, those gulches are pretty amazing too, besides the fact they carry a lot of water, but they have cultural sites, and those are interesting places
Now,
for the...
just by contrast, here's the plan that a couple of the ranches came up with to the GPAC, and it showed what they were proposing, a whole bunch of new villages concepts. I think this is probably not going to happen. I think they've given up on some of these things, but this is the concept they had here was a multiple number of villages on all sides of the thing here, up Mauka area here, and that would, of course, enhance the value of these ranches. They came up with street patterns and how it all look. Here was the high school down here, the R&T Park, and Haleakala Ranch, Kanaulu Ranch.
But look, it's twice as big as the coastal portion of Kihei.
Oh yeah, it's an enormous area.
Yeah.
And the question is, where's the water going to come from to irrigate all those lawns and campuses?
Well, I have to check out these wells and see if any of them are even viable. They got their permits back in 2004 and 2006, so and they're still on the bulletins, which tells you that probably most of them haven't really been developed, so maybe they ran into problems.
Could be. This is what Kanaulu Ranch is suggesting. They wanted to have 1,700 units. Haleakala Ranch, just those two ranches wanted 2,600 for a total of 4,400 more units.
Jeez.
And those are and that doesn't include much of the development that's now being proposed for the R&T Park.
Right.
Or what A&B is proposing, or McKenna or the others. So there are a lot of units being proposed, and that's what the people of South Maui will have to look at and say, hey, wait a minute, this one's good, this one's not so good, and begin deciding what they want. A and B in the north part, way up north here. This is the cornfields and Monsanto up here. They already have several of the proposals for development here of 600 units up here in North Kihei, and they still have to get land use. They still have to get some of the county council approval on this project.
I think the county council has another vote or something on it.
Yes, they have a council. The planning commission gave them the okay on it. The county council now will have to vote on it, and they will also be looking, the county council, at Waialae, the A&B's project in central Maui. They also have a project which is coming up next week, for example, at the planning commission for a renewal of their Kahalui Town Center thing. So A&B has a lot of projects that they're looking at right now.
A lot of irons in the fire.
This is the A&B project, and it has some multifamily, single-family, multifamily down here, single-family, some affordable units packed together here. Excuse me.
No green belts?
No, they don't.
Oh, boy.
And their proposal is to come down to the highway over here. Here are the intersections. They're going to end up with one big expanded one here. The Kawahini project will be a four-lane, four-way, big intersection, and then a new proposal over here to add another intersection close to the bridge as you leave North Kihei.
Yeah, as you're going on to Mokulele.
Corn farm there. These are some of the infrastructure issues that exist in South Maui, and I highlight the Pi'ilani Highway and traffic because personally I think that's the most serious one. The road itself already is inadequate. The speed limits are reduced now.
It's dangerous.
Dangerous?
Because the lanes are narrow.
And they've kept the speed limit down to 40 miles per hour on a four-lane highway. Usually it should be 55 on a four-lane highway. And all the traffic lights. The volume has increased considerably. There's going to be a lot of construction traffic for all these various projects. Once the market turns up, there could be enormous delays for that. There'll be a lot more intersections, as we said. And some people have talked, why don't they build a highway Mauka, parallel to Pi'ilani, but let's say 1 mile north, uphill of it. And there's no money for that because the highway to Lahaina will first have to be built. Paia is going to get its bypass first. It's very unlikely that Lahaina bypass is being built now. It's very unlikely that Kihei will get any kind of a Mauka alignment for another 25 years. So that's not going to be a relief. Pi'ilani Highway will be the highway.
But isn't it likely that if even some of those projects go through, they'll have interior roads that people will kind of use as a de facto upper road?
They will, if they're all connected, that would provide some connections among them. But right now,
of course, you have those gulches you have to go over.
Very expensive bridges
yeah.
over those gulches. And all of them will probably end up trafficking down to Pi'ilani Highway. Even some of those projects that aren't projects, like the high school, the police station, the R&T Park, all of them are going to focus down on the Pi'ilani Highway, which already has traffic issues.
Yeah, it does.